whether you leave or either take action against you, call enforcement to take care of you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can call them. That way, you know, they can just get a quick education. So yeah, observing our government. And it's just I got my keys. That's all.
You want me to pat you down for safety?
I don't consent to it. I mean,
then take your hand in your pocket.
Come on, man,
This is where we're gonna draw a line. Take your hand in your pocket. I'm gonna pat you down for safety.
Okay.
Just do me a favor, or empty your pockets in front of me, please.
All right, Liberty Trollers. We're about to head into the Pinellas County government building. It's right across from the City Hall. I know they have the Supervisor of Elections connected in this building somewhere. But yeah, we're just gonna check out and see what services they have for the public and exercise our rights peacefully to take pictures and video within the publicly accessible areas, see that our public servants treat we the people with respect and honor our rights. Let's see if they do just that.
You here to check what?
All the public areas of the building, like the areas that have services for the public, you know, like Supervisor of Elections, I think, is over here, correct?
Yeah, the supervisor of elections.
And then
when
what's...
you go out, you go in your right hand side.
Turn right, okay. And then what's over here? So there's just this looks
This
like
is the facility.
looks like private offices to me,
Yeah,
right?
Where are you coming from?
I'm from around here. Yeah, I just just came from the City Hall. I was checking that building out, put a public records request, and I saw this right across the street. I'm like, you got some more.
What department you working for?
I don't work for a department here.
What you
I'm just a member of the public.
Huh?
I'm just a member of the public.
Well, this is what you are going to do on the upper parking garage.
In the parking garage. Oh, that's employee parking, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you were saying. That's going to parking. Oh, okay.
Anybody will not allow anybody to get in without permission.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, if it's all employee parking, I don't need to go there. I'm not. I'm not interested in going there then.
Okay.
Okay. What do you protect over here? I'm just curious.
I'm a security. I'm here for the building. Like I can check anybody.
Yeah.
To ask him what he's here for.
Okay.
And if there's any issue, I have to report it to the department we're supposed to report to.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you know, I'm asking you as a security.
Yeah, of course.
Understand me? I want to know what you're here for. Never mind.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're for taking pictures or something like that.
Yeah.
But I want to know who you are, what you're doing here.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with asking.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day, okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, now we're heading into the Pinellas County Supervisor of Elections. I got the beautiful flag with the fray, unfortunately. Of course, they're always watching us. Hey, how's it going? Hey, good. I don't think I need any help, not yet. I appreciate it though. So this is where you go to vote down here. Huh? No, I don't. She already asked me. I'm good. I'm just taking a look around. And then over here you got your public information here, some pamphlets, some's in Spanish. All right, and this is a express vote machine. We have a snitch. Yep. She's saying all that's in here is booths. Nothing to. She might be getting educated. Yep, well, just the guy filming. She said, call security.
Thank you.
You got any elections coming up soon?
Yes.
When's the next election? The 28th of this month? The primary. Okay, cool. Thank you. Hey, how's it going, man?
Okay.
How you doing?
You can leave from here.
Oh, this is public though.
It's not public office. This is a supervisor of election.
Yeah, it's
So about public, you go outside. You can't get inside. You bother employees.
Yeah, well, there's an officer right there if you want to grab. So yeah, this is public. So I know not to go like where we just were. Those are off. That's why I was asking if those are private offices because they're not open to the public. But this is all open to the public. So I make sure that I stay in my lane. Is what I'm trying to say. So I'm just getting some B-roll footage here of the supervisor of elections, which is funded by our taxes. That's how I know I'm able to be here. I'm just minding my own business, doing it peacefully.
Well, anyway, they
Yeah.
called me to come and check you and to ask.
Yeah, you know who I am. Or, you know,
To leave the
we met. You know, I'm not a threat.
Okay, that's only I'm asking you to leave now.
Well, yeah, I will be out here in a little bit.
Okay.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not going to wait. I'll give you time to wait. You see, whether you leave or either I take action against you, call enforcement to take care of you.
Yeah, that's fine. You can call them. That way, you know, they can just get a quick education because they'll tell them. Yeah, that's fine. You can call the law enforcement officers. They just were called on me at the city hall, and then I explained to them what I was doing. They was like, okay, that's fine, and they left. And the city hall, you can film anywhere that's public.
Well, that's the city hall. This is the Pinellas County Supervisor of Election.
Yeah, it's funded by the county. It's county taxes, so this is just as public
What
as.
are you here for?
So I'm taking pictures and video for so like B-roll footage and some it's kind of like a documentary in a sense.
You can't do that without permission of the manager or permission of somebody else. This is not of spy.
That's not how that works, though.
You're doing something like spy. You see.
I'm not here to interview. Just to clarify, I'm not here to interview anybody.
Let me clarify. This is the first thing I see something like that.
Yeah.
It happened.
This is the first time.
Yeah, this is the first time. I never see something.
If you want to be, I won't. No hard feelings. If you want to verify real quick with the, I saw an officer just walk by. If you want to ask him, he'll tell you what I'm doing is perfectly legal. It's protected under the First Amendment.
Anyway, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I understand. You got to observe and report. That's your job. I'm just letting you know.
The only thing what I'm asking you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sure.
What do you guys want me to call law enforcement to take care of you?
Dustin,
Huh?
do you want me to call the police?
Huh?
Okay, no,
No, just leave
not
it.
at this moment.
Huh?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Call law enforcement.
Can you stay around?
Yeah, I'm saying.
Okay, just hang out there.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Cool. I'm just gonna stay in the public areas. That's all. All right. So back to what I was looking at here. This is the Voter Bill of Rights. You guys want to take a look at that? So if there was a voting session going on or voting going on, you would not be able to use your cell phone for that or take photographs. And here But yeah, there's nothing going on here today. So I heard she was talking to, I guess, the boss, right?
What?
I heard her talking to the boss, her boss, I guess. Is he like the building manager or?
Anyway, what you say? Let me give you 5 minutes. I'll give you 5 minutes.
Oh no, I'll be out here in a little bit. I didn't
Okay.
put a time. I can't. It probably will be about 5 minutes though, but I'm not sure.
So that yeah, I'm saying here until you leave because
Yeah, that's fine.
What
That's
you're
fine.
doing, we are not going to. I guess what you're doing. But anyway.
I'll tell you afterwards. I'll give you my. Do you have a business card with your email on it?
No, I don't have any.
No. All right.
I-
I'll send it if.
Do you have ID?
No, I don't carry it on me, but I can write it down for you. I'll give it to you afterwards. I'll give you
Yeah.
my. I can tell you where to find the video afterwards, so you can look at it yourself.
Where?
Oh, that's nice. What is this right here? Is that like an Easter decoration that was left over?
No.
It's not Easter anymore, you know. It's all right. I still have my Easter door hanging decoration on my front door. I just takes me a while to take it down. I still have my Christmas tree up too.
You're not allowed back here, sir.
Oh, I'm not going to go in there. Yeah.
No.
So, yeah, I'm not going in there.
No.
This right here. This is a hallway right here.
No, but you're not allowed back here. You're behind my desk here. You're not allowed.
Yeah, I'm not going over here. I'm just going
Right.
along the hallway here. This is a corridor. There's no signs or anything. I'm okay. I'm not going to do anything I'm not supposed to do. See, like right there, you got employees only sign. I can't go in there, obviously.
Okay, now, okay, that is.
And that's a
Right.
break room.
You're gonna have to move.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Who is that you're talking to?
That's Dustin Chase.
Dustin Chase. Okay. Hey, Dustin, can you hear me?
Deputy Supervisor of Elections,
Okay.
and you create an area of our building where you're not allowed to be. You're not allowed to be behind people's desks.
Oh no, I'm not going behind the desk. I'm just staying in the hallway.
You're not allowed to be there either, so we're gonna need to ask you to move into the lobby area.
Lobby area out here.
Well, I mean, there's no signage or anything that says it's restricted.
But this is not the lobby here. Out there is
Right,
the
we
lobby.
have,
Yeah.
people have personally identifying
Right.
information on those computer screens, and our staff is processing petitions.
I understand.
For law, we're going to need to ask you to leave.
I understand that, Dustin. I'm not trying to get anybody's personal information.
It doesn't matter, sir. We have an obligation to protect that information.
Yeah, absolutely. You do. I agree with that. I'm not going to give you guys any problems. I'm just taking pictures. I'm just taking pictures of the areas.
Ask you to step from where you are into the middle area. You're perfectly allowed to be in our facility there. You're just not allowed to be where you're standing.
Well, this is a hallway, though.
It's not the hallway,
It's
sir.
not the hallway.
And we're going to ask security to move you from where you are.
I don't know. That's a little over the top.
We'll call the state police. We're on the phone with them right now.
Okay.
You're not allowed to be where you are.
It is public, though.
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me, Dustin? Can you hear me?
Not really.
I was saying this is still public. Anything that's
We disagree with that.
so
You're
so
close to computers and critical infrastructure. And we're going to need you to move.
right. So what I was going to say was you guys can create privacy. That's perfectly fine. Like you said, like you rightfully said, the onus is on you guys to protect the information.
I'm not going to argue with you.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to argue either. I'm just letting you know that's how the law works.
I know how the law works.
Okay. Well, this is open to the public.
And we believe that you are currently violating our security protocols.
Well, that you can believe what you want. If you want to verify with law enforcement, that's perfectly fine. I just did this at the city hall across the street. They tried the same thing over there.
Sutter, we've got safety police on the way.
Okay.
All right.
Stay with me though. He's not allowed back there, sir. You're not allowed back there.
Where?
Where you are not allowed back there.
No.
Well, there's no signage or there's no sign. It's wide open.
Doors,
Okay.
because that is back there.
Oh, are you talking about back here in that room? Yeah, I'm not going back in there, so you have nothing to worry about.
Just close all those doors, Sandra.
Okay.
Yeah, and the other doors opens a break room. I know not to go in there, obviously.
Sandra, if you could, make sure your monitors are off.
And all of our computers are off, they're down.
Yep, they're all off. I can't see anything.
Perfect, thank you very much. The same would go for anyone else, obviously, in our, who might have a computer on right now.
Right, no one. No one has one.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So respectfully, if no one would have said anything, I probably would have been, out of the area by now. I said if nobody would have said anything, I probably would have been done my thing and I would have been done by now. So yeah, the way the law works, you gotta have signage or blocked off any places that are restricted. Because technically, getting private information, like the act of obtaining it, is not against the law. If you take that information and you use it criminally, then that's against the law. But if I as a member of the public, if I'm standing in plain view, if I'm standing in a public area, whatever I can see, the eyes cannot trespass. It's the same thing with having a camera.
Dustin?
Hey, how are you? I'm good.
That's fantastic.
Yes.
So, hi there, my name's Dustin Chase, I'm the Deputy Supervisor of Elections.
Yes.
And we are well aware that people have a right to come in and film inside of our office. We don't have a problem with that.
Sure.
What we have a problem with right now is that the individual is currently in an area that is very close to and within view of protected information on employee screens and in some areas where we have servers.
Okay.
So we've asked him to move from where he's standing now into the more central lobby area.
Okay. Yeah, are you willing to do that?
He clearly refuses to
I'll
do that.
let him finish and So yeah, this is all public as well, sir. Can I just get your name, badge number, first of all?
I'm Stanley Deckert, 33549.
I'm Zach. Nice to meet you. So yeah, this is the this is the lobby area, and then this is what's considered a
He's describing it as
corridor.
different than that. You see what I'm saying?
Say again?
So he's describing it as different than that. This lady has sensitive information on her screen when she's working,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what he's describing to me. So that's the lobby area. This is, even though there's no physical barriers, he's describing to me as the supervisor of the building.
Yeah.
That is the lobby, and this is like an employees only area. Does that make sense to you?
I understand what he's saying, but I'm saying he needs to label this as a restricted area or have it blocked off or create privacy here. I was explaining to her, like, she's got her screens down, so I'm not getting anything. But I was saying they just need to put something here, create some privacy here. This is considered, technically speaking, this is a corridor, and
Who gets to decide that?
they have those. Sorry.
Who gets to decide that?
Well, it's
If
a limit.
If the
Yeah.
supervisor is telling you that this is a secure area,
Yeah.
and they're trying to tell you that it's a secure area because they have sensitive information, maybe, I get what you're trying to do, but maybe
Right.
you should just move into the lobby area and sit there and film all you want.
I will. Yeah, I'm just.
But what I'm
yeah.
asking you to do is, because before my supervisor gets here and this turns into something more than it needs to be,
Oh, well, no.
all I'm asking you is, he's asking me to ask you to move into this area. Because if we can rule that this is a protected area and you refuse to leave, you could be arrested for trespassing because you're being asked by the supervisor to leave this particular area where you're standing and stand happily over here. Now, like I said, my supervisor's en route. We're all going to make a decision here, but if he's describing to me as a supervisor of this building,
Right.
this is a secure area, marked or not. If we come up with a violation of law, you may be arrested. I'm not trying to do that today.
Yeah, I
All I'm
understand.
trying to
That's
do
not
is-
what you're probably trying to do, but
they called me. What's the problem? He described to me that you're more than welcome here in the lobby to film and do whatever you want, but they are describing this as a private area.
Yes.
Marked or not.
So
now
you're-
that they're giving me that information,
Yeah.
what's your answer?
So
Just
what
so
I-
I know when my sergeant gets here.
what I agree with
how we're
you,
gonna go.
what I agree with you on is that it's a limited public forum, so they can specify what areas are for employees versus what is, assuming there is actually no members of the public going back into an area, because as soon as someone from the public goes into a restricted area, it's no longer restricted.
Sure.
So what they're supposed to do their due diligence, they have to have the signage. They need to specify that it's ahead of time. It has to be done in advance. They can't do it on the fly. They can't do it in real time. Okay. Now, after I leave, if they want to put a sign up and something across here, they can certainly do that. What I'm saying is in the court of law, the way it works is they have to do this stuff, make those decisions in advance. They can't do it on the fly. So I agree with you. They can make their own rules and regulations, policies or whatever, but I'm just going to be straight with you. Like, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You seem like a nice guy. I'm just, you know, if what happens today, if you guys, you know, end up just saying, you know, he technically, Zach here, whatever he's doing, he's within the confines of the law. He's not breaking any laws. And once you guys leave, I will leave. Or the other route would, what was that?
What's your point then?
Well,
you just want to test the system to see what you can get away with. I get it.
No,
and I don't care. But my point is, he's asked you to move here. So are you saying that you're going to stand your ground here, and you're not going to move into the lobby like requested by the supervisor, or get his information on the phone?
I'm trying to negotiate as much as I can, or I'm trying to be as reasonable as I can.
These folks are in control of this building. The guy who's a supervisor has told me that he feels like you're in a restricted area because of the sensitive nature of this lady's desk and her work area.
Yeah, but I've heard that many.
I've asked you
yeah.
nicely.
Mm-hmm.
He's described that to me.
Okay.
I've asked you to move into the lobby peacefully before my supervisor gets here or anything else happens. You've described to me something different that I'm not aware of.
Okay.
Big heads above me will get involved since you're nonviolent and you're just kind of testing the water. I just want to warn you. I've already asked you nicely, so excuse me. If we find her in violation, you may be arrested. I don't want to do that.
And I'll
so
be.
You can stand there.
Okay.
She's going to stand there
and to
not
be
look at anything.
And to be clear,
I just
yeah.
want to be clear to you.
And I'll be clear to you too.
I've already asked you nicely.
Oh yeah, you have. No, I'm not refusing. I'm just. I'm
Well,
just.
you're not moving.
I'm just
So
trying.
you're basically refusing.
I just want to make a quick point here.
Sure. Please.
So I'm not refusing to leave.
Okay.
Forgot my point. What I was going to say. But when your supervisor gets here, at the end of the day, if you guys are giving me an ultimatum, you know, if it gets to that point, hopefully it doesn't. But if it gets to the point where it's like, okay, if you don't leave right now, you will be placed under arrest. At that point, I will leave. Okay. I just want to be clear. Like, I'm not trying to get arrested. I'm not trying to get placed in handcuffs. But if it gets to that, I will leave. All you have to do is say, Zach, you'll be placed under arrest if you don't leave, and I'll leave.
To be clear, Zach, you came into this building knowing it's a government building. In your position, you feel like because there's no physical barriers or no signage, that this is open to the public. Yes.
Correct. This is just a continuance of, you know, the lobby. I mean, it's just a big open area. You see what I'm saying?
Right. And then my contention is, what's his name? Yeah. What's his name?
Kevin?
Dustin.
Or Dustin?
Mr. Chase?
Dustin Chase.
His contention is the supervisor of the building, that this is not private, right? So that's all.
I understand where he's coming
That's all on
from.
the open, right? But you understand that that's what he's saying. I understand what you're saying. As we move through this process, you understand, like I said, you've been asked to move to the lobby. You're still standing in an area that he's described as secure and not to open to the public. So, that being said, I've asked you nicely to move into the lobby and wait for my sergeant.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
going to stand here because I'm not going to take action. at
Okay.
this point.
We'll just wait for
We're gonna have
the sergeant, and I'll
them
talk to
show
him.
up, and then whoever else needs to show up to help make this determination. But again, I just want it noted, third time, if not fourth time, I've described you what the supervisor of this building has said that this is not open to the public. You're acknowledging that, but we're still refusing to go just step in the lobby and wait.
I'm gonna wait for the supervisor to get here, and I'll talk to him.
Sure.
And if the route they want to take is they want to force me out of this area, then I will leave under threat of arrest.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank
All
you.
right. Cool. Hey, Sarge.
Currently, you're not able to do any work because of where the supervisor is.
Right.
That is basically impeding our ability to get any work done.
Yes.
And so, once we notify the individual that he's in a protected area and ask them to move, yes, we can do that.
What is it, the St. Pete Police? Right? Oh, there's a vehicle. It's 2018. Oh, I want to make another note. Like if I was standing right here, I can still see your computer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
we'll
just
get to the bottom of it.
whether it's here or it's over here, it's the same. You
We'll
know.
get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
So we'll just stand at where we're at, and as soon as we get decisions from people that are higher up than me, we'll go from there, okay?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not able to work because of this.
Oh no, I'm not keeping you from doing your job. You can,
Yes,
you know.
are. I cannot.
Okay,
sign
do me a
it
favor,
on
man,
the
let
computer.
just handle it. It's one of the things, it's gonna go all, he's gonna try to play it. He's gonna try to get clicks and views by placing this on the internet, so just let him make his statement. Like I said, my sergeant's gonna handle it.
Okay.
He'll probably make contact with your chain, and we'll make whatever decision we're gonna make and go from there, right?
I'm not trying to get clicks and views. I never said that. I mean, so.
Whatever your purpose is. We're just here to like make sure that, like I said, you wanna make your point, we're gonna go through our chain, we're gonna make sure we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's, and we'll make decisions, and then, like you said, if you're told that this is a sensitive area, you'll proceed however you need to.
I'm just curious, by the way, random question. Do you guys have jurisdiction over like Gulfport?
No.
No?
I am
They have their own.
Strictly City of St. Petersburg.
Okay.
They have their own, Gulfport is a independent municipality, they have their own police force.
Okay.
There are, unincorporated cities
Mm-hmm.
in the county that are not municipalities, incorporated municipalities, so they would have the sheriff's office respond.
Okay.
We don't respond anywhere but inside the city limits of the City of St. Petersburg.
Okay.
So even unincorporated areas where it says St. Petersburg on an address potentially, that could potentially be responded to by, in the unincorporated area, by the sheriff's office.
Okay.
Right?
And I'm sorry, I forgot. What's your name again?
Stanley Deckert.
Deckard?
Yes, sir.
Officer
D-E-C-K-E-R.
Officer Deckard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just want to make sure I got your rank right. I like to acknowledge you guys by your rank. This guy's doing a good job.
Good. You're not violent or anything, so
No.
as long as everybody's getting along, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And I'm reasonable. Like if your sergeant says, you know, the decision I'm going to make, if you don't leave now out of this area, or if you go back into that area, I'll place you under arrest. I'll take that reasonable opportunity to not go back in there again.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate that. Like I said,
I just want to make sure that everyone understands how the law works,
Yeah.
and they're not trying to stifle our rights or
Well,
anything like that.
again, when it comes to these public buildings, there's a gray area in certain things, right?
Sure,
So-
I agree with that.
And so, as you say, if you're inside one of these doors, there's like a physical barrier, or there's a sign, no only employee beyond this point, right? I'm not sure that's gonna stand, but again, like I'm not gonna sit here in one of these situations and immediately make that decision. I got time. Like I said, you're not causing a problem. If you're causing a problem, I could, we could go to the route. detaining
Disturbing
until
the
we figure
peace
out-
or something like
No,
that,
'cause
yeah.
you're in a public building, so.
Well, you can
We
still,
also
yeah.
work over at City Hall, so
Mhm.
we have the same thing happen all the time. So if
Oh, really?
They want to film. There are some rules because like open windows and there's a meeting and there's sensitive information on the tables. It's the same thing. But
Yeah, I hear the same thing everywhere. The onus is on them. They have to, they can put those little tent things over their screens. They can put a wall here or something, or a cubicle, whatever. It's not the responsibility of us or members of the public to not get that information.
For me to make sure these people are safe, and then if there's a violation
Sure.
law to react, and if there's not, then go from there.
And even if somebody, going back to the information thing, if somebody were to grab that information somehow, that's not against the law technically. What is against the law is what you do with it. If you did something criminally with it. If I sold it on the black market, obviously that's, it's against the law. But if I'm just, walking by, if I can see it from public, the eyes cannot trespass,
Well, I
right?
think that's kind of where they're getting at. Like technically, like 99.9% of people will comply. Like, oh, can this man, lady would say, hey, this is
Sure.
my workspace. Did you just step in the lobby? And you would say yes. But again, whatever you're doing today is asking questions about policy and the setup of offices of public buildings, right? So as we go through that, as that gets managed through whomever it needs to be managed through, then you know what I mean?
I guarantee next time I come here, you guys are gonna have a rope or something here, or maybe a.
Talk to you too much, so I'll just maybe talk to me, but just leave them please, because they're.
Oh man. So yeah, observing our government, and it's just I got my keys. That's all.
Do you want me to pat you down for safety?
I don't consent to it. I mean.
Then take your hand in your pocket.
Come on, man.
This is where we're gonna draw a line. Take your hand in your pocket. I'm gonna
Why?
pat you down for safety.
Okay.
Just do me a favor, or empty your pockets in front of me, please.
I don't consent to it.
Okay, thank you.
It's just keys.
I don't care what you consent to. Take your hand in your pocket or show it in your pocket. It's fair enough. That's for my safety and yours. And theirs. You understand that part?
You know I'm not a threat, though. You can't go around patting
No, I
down.
don't know that.
Well, you don't know that about anybody
I don't
walking.
know that at all.
Brother, if there was someone walking down the street, the sidewalk, you can't go up to them and say,
I've
"Hey,
been
man,
doing this
can
24
you?"
and a half years. I don't trust anybody until the contact is over.
I don't either.
I've seen a lot of stuff, so.
I don't trust anybody either. But hey, but again,
You're putting yourself in this situation.
but
I'm not putting myself in here. I'm responding to a call for service. So you're choosing to do this. I'm choosing to do this job, sure, but you're choosing to come here and push the envelope in situations. So you put yourself in situations where you're dealing with adverse conditions because you're upsetting people. Because you just
I'm not upsetting anybody, man.
Well,
You see how polite? I'm very peaceful about what I
these
do.
girls are very upset about the situation. The gentleman on the phone is very upset. Just like I said, you might be exercising whatever rights you have, right? But it's upsetting to them because all they want to do is go back to their business. So that's what I'm talking.
I'm not keeping them from doing that, though. Bro.
Yeah, you are, because you're full of you won't remove yourself from what they've described as a private area. That's not open to the public, which again,
Well, we're talking about
you make a solid point of
we're talking about two
barriers or
separate.
signs.
Yeah, we're talking about two separate things, though. Like them being uncomfortable, though. This cannot be seen as disruption. Price versus Garland. Smith versus Cummings says that we can observe our government within the course of their duties,
I
official
agree,
duties,
but
and
you should also respect. Should also respect that the people who run the office say, yeah, it's not set up maybe according to bylaw, but the fact that you just want to go into an area that they've asked you not to be in, and then you just force the issue and cause the police to come, causes them to be uncomfortable. They're not used to this.
well, this doesn't cause anyone to be comfortable.
Yeah, she's uncomfortable, and you can't dictate what causes her to be uncomfortable.
Yeah, but we can't enforce feelings, though. So I'm not saying you're enforcing feelings. I'm
No,
just saying.
not.
I'm just
telling you
saying.
how she feels.
People can feel whatever they want.
Feelings, we're in a different situation. She's very upset right now. So
What was that Benjamin Franklin said? He said,
I don't know. You have time to
You'd rather
research all
have-
this stuff. I have to know a million things about a million things, and you could go and pinpoint and pick out, like, cherry pick all your information, and then try to quiz me on it. That's why I'm not.
I'm not
Why do you think
here.
I'm not making a decision? That's why he's on the phone with our lawyers and the city lawyers and all them people, the county lawyers, and they'll make the decision. I'm the guy who's smart enough to, hey, you can stand there. You're peaceful. Let them make the decision.
I tell you what. I don't want to waste police resources.
Yeah.
So, if you just kind of state like, "Hey, I'm here to honor my oath. It's not my duty to enforce feelings or policy. Obviously, this is not my fault." And then if you walk out that door with that mindset, man, I'll walk out like a couple minutes after you. You know, I'm not here to waste your time.
Well, you're free to leave, of course.
Yeah, which means I'm free to stay as well.
Yeah, so of course. So I'm not leaving until this is resolved. So whatever that decision is, if it's resolved and they say we're leaving and you're free to be wherever, fine, we'll go that way. But from there,
Hey, Sarge.
is there a direct supervisor on property, or is he on the phone? He's on the phone.
Dustin Chase is on the phone. He's the deputy
Dustin,
supervisor.
Deputy Supervisor of Elections.
Actually, Chase talks.
Oh, okay. Dustin?
Hello, sir. Sir, Sequera. How are you? Yes. So you know the service that's here, correct? Okay. So right now, there is nothing that says this is a private area. So right now, there's nothing that we can tell this guy that he cannot be here. Mhm.
And if once you guys head out, I'll probably be out here in like a couple minutes. So I'm not going to cause any further.
I get it. Like I said, they asked me to come here and sort of.
I think you're just responding to a call. I get it.
So would you like him to continue to be here, or would you like him to leave? Okay. Okay, all right. Thank you so much. All right, so they are asking you to move because there's confidential information right here, so if you do not leave, you will be arrested.
Okay.
All right,
I'll talk to you out here. Could I just get your name, badge number? Ends here, right? Property?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool.
Sergeant
Hey.
Sequera.
Yeah, how you
and
doing
it's
today?
35257.
Okay, and just so you know, I'm not trying to give you all a hard time or nothing. So, like what I heard you say at first, there's nothing specifying that was restricted area.
Yep. But because they are having confidential information on the screen and that they don't want that information to be disclosed to anyone, that's why they're asking you to move from that area. Hey, they're calling us on the way to make sure we're 10-4.
I understand that.
And that's why they want you to move from that area.
I understand that. So it's the same if I were to go in like a city hall or any other government building. If they
As
have
long
their,
as you're
if they have
in an
their
area
screens,
that has information that is private, just like you wouldn't want your information released to any
So
person.
this is about, just so I understand correct. So you're saying it's because of the private information that is able
Correct.
to be
They
seen
cannot
from that
continue
area.
doing their job where you were standing without releasing confidential information.
Okay. My response to that would be, and I think this is reasonable, if you go into a city hall or somewhere that's open to the public, if I can see
Every
it,
situation is going to be different, sir. If we're in that situation, then I would come and present that situation. With this, you're in a public area, but they were doing their normal stuff. At that point, they could not continue on with you being right there. So that's why you had to leave that area.
I understand where that's coming from. I'm just saying, it's the onus is on them to protect the information, but they have to do it in a way that doesn't trifle on anybody else's rights. They can put up I was telling him, they can put up a cubicle. They can put a sign that says no trespassing, employees only, like they have on the door at the end of
And
the
you
hall.
know something? Maybe because of what you just did, they might
Yeah,
do that
next
in the
time I
future.
come by, it'll am I trespass from this building?
Just right now, just
For today? Just for today? Okay,
Just
so
right
I come
now,
back. I could come back. No, I'm not coming back tomorrow. But if I could come back tomorrow. Is that
Yeah.
correct?
And I have a feeling they're probably going to change the way things are done.
I'm sure they will. But hey, man, I'm trying to. I want to shed a positive light on the law enforcement here in this town. I understand where you're coming from, but my point is, if I were to go into a city hall and they have their computer screens facing where I can see it from public, you couldn't remove me from that building just because they're saying, well, I can't work because my screen's facing this way where I can see it from plain view.
It'd be up to them to change it to where you won't be able to see it.
So technically, what I was doing in there, what I was hoping would happen was that you would just say, you seem nice enough. I was hoping that you would say, hey, as of right now, I can't do anything. I swore an oath to the Constitution. I have to honor that. He's probably not going to be here for too much longer.
They cannot continue their work with you standing there.
Well, I disagree with that. I mean, she could. I wasn't preventing her from doing her job.
No, you could record confidential information. So at that point, she could not continue on her
That's not
job.
against the law anyway. It's like if I use that information criminally, then yeah. But if I'm just gathering, my intention is not to get that information. But if I did, it's not. Again, that's technically not against the law. I'm not here to preach to you all day. I just want you to understand. I'm trying to address your points so that in the future, if you're in this situation, the best thing, in my opinion, would have been, hey, we can't do anything as of right now. If anything changes, let us know. And then you guys would have left, and then I would have left probably 2 minutes later.
No, because they couldn't continue doing their job. That's the problem. So they could not continue doing their job.
We can agree to disagree on that, but
All right.
I understand
All right,
where
sir,
you're,
I
I understand where you're
appreciate
coming from.
You have a good day.
All right,
sir?
Yep, have a good one. See you guys.
Thank you, man.
All right.
Thanks
Take
for
it easy.
being cooperative with us.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
All right, Liberty Trollers, we're leaving the Supervisor of Elections office here in St. Petersburg, Florida. Unfortunately, as cordial as these two officers were at times, they ultimately did violate my rights. I was going to say more than I did, but they, as you saw, kept talking on top of me. It looked like they were pretty antsy. I didn't want to keep, preaching to them. They've already made their decision. There was no point in trying to change their mind because my purpose here is to see that our public servants, government officials treat we the people with respect. We want to see them do it naturally. And as you can see, I give them a lot of ways out, and I'm like overly polite, I guess you could say, because I'm trying to capture their good side. But unfortunately, I really feel like I'm bending over backwards oftentimes just to get the bare minimum respect from our government officials. But at the end, I think they had a certain respect for me. But again, they violated my rights. That's certainly not a good thing. A violation of my rights is a violation of your rights. So I will have to follow up on this I will have to take this to the next level, and maybe I'll have to make a trip to the police department here at St. Petersburg and speak to someone to see if they will retract what they did here today. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Later.